What's up guys, Sam Wild here from Guitar Legend. Today we're going to be looking at Lights Down Low by Max. This is a wicked song and it's not that difficult to play, it's quite an easy one to play. You do need a capo on fret 1, okay. First I'm going to teach you this kind of verse part, which is just 3 shapes. So I'll teach you that part first and then we're going to look at the chorus, which is quite simple too. Nice simple rhythms, and then there's like a busier part with the same chords, okay? So let's start with this verse. We have, this is our first shape, right? So again, capos on the 1st fret. Remember, you can buy these capos really cheap online. They're like £3, $3, right? So this first shape, if you go to the 6th fret, not from the capo, just the 6th fret, on the A string, you want your 1st finger, okay? Then, the top note, you want to use your 3rd finger and your 4th finger, okay? So on the G string, it's the 8th fret, it should be in between 2 dots, and underneath, you have your 4th finger on the B string. You hear that? Now you'll notice I pick the bass note and then I pluck with my middle finger and my 3rd finger. Okay, so these two, if you can see those, I pluck with those. So that's the pattern. We go bass like that, and we do all of them at the same time after. So, and then at the end, you can just sort of bring everything down and you get this hit sound, which is really nice. Hit. Okay, it's hard not to accidentally hit in the middle. So to make it kind of stop halfway, do you hear how it cuts off? All I'm doing is I release the pressure of these fingers, and then I pluck and pick everything at once. Hit. So before you do the other shapes, just make sure you can play this one first, right? So, yeah. And then the 2nd shape, we move everything along 2, 1, 2. But this time, we don't want it to be major, we want it to be minor. So instead of your 4th finger, I want you to use your middle finger and just put it on the 9th fret on that B string. There, that's your middle finger, okay? And it's the same thing, we go, yeah? So, and then that same shape, this shape here, just move it all the way down to the 3rd fret. Okay, now there's one more thing to add. Between each chord we have this open A string. So we go, you hear that? So after the hit, we play an open A in between each chord. Sense? And then we have some chords, okay? You can still kind of do the same thing, but we're going to use full chord diagrams this time. So the first chord's G, then we have A7, then B minor, okay? So let me break these down for you. This G shape, we have middle finger, 3rd fret from the capo, 2, 3, then 1st finger, 2nd fret on the A string, 2nd fret from the capo. I know it's technically the 3rd fret, but for the chords we'll go from the capo, right? So 2nd fret from the capo, open D, open G, we've got 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 4th finger, 3rd fret. Okay, so pause the video, make sure you can play that. A7, we just have 2 fingers down, so we got open A, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, open G, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, open E. Alright, so again, pause the video, make sure you can play that. You'll notice that the 3rd finger just moves along, like that, and then the middle finger comes down. And then the last chord is B minor. So this is kind of like it's that shape is kind of like part of B minor, but this is the whole chord, right? So it's a bar chord, it's an easy bar chord, but it's still a bar chord. So always start with these 3 fingers. So we have 3rd finger, 4th fret from the capo on the D string. Underneath is the 4th finger. On the B string, we have middle finger, 3rd fret, and then you stretch that 1st finger across and bar the whole of the 2nd fret, alright? Now we can do the same kind of thing. But what I'm doing, you can pick the bass note, so it's the E string for G. And then I actually pluck with my middle finger, 3rd finger, and my 4th finger, the bottom 3 strings. Alright, so you hear that? So I do the bottom 2 at the same time. Pick, middle finger, then both, and then everything. Alright. Same thing there. That makes sense. Can I stop the flow of time and not leaving on divine? Cause I don't think I'll ever leave this place. Turn the lights on low. Then we get to this chorus. Now, I split the chorus up into 2 parts. The first part we can strip it down a little bit, so it's simplified, so simple rhythm. The second half I'm going to teach you to play a bit more of like a flowy rhythm, right? So let's look at this first rhythm. We go down, up, slap, down, down. Okay, so one more time, I'm going down, up, slap, down, down. So from E minor to D, and then B minor to A. Now, for those of you that don't know the chord, let me show you those quickly. The first chord is E minor. So this is a great beginner chord if you're new to guitar. Just 2 fingers. So we got open E, we got middle finger, 2nd fret, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, open G, open B, open E. Sometimes I kind of strum and then bring it down. Hammer on. That sounds quite cool. Or you can just keep it down. D major, that's our second chord. So we have open A, open D. Then here we have 1st finger, 2nd fret on the G string. 3rd finger is 3rd fret on the B string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the E string. Okay, so they're the first ones. Down, up, flat, down, down. And then B minor we know. Down, up, flat, down. This last one, A major, we have open A, and then 2nd finger, 2nd fret on the D string. Now try and move it right over as far as you can go on the 2nd fret. So don't actually go past the fret, but just so that you have room for your 3rd finger on the G string, 2nd fret, and your 4th finger on the B string, 2nd fret. Because they've all got to fit in the 2nd fret, you want to move that top one over away from you. The 3rd one's kind of in the middle, and then the 4th one's closer to you, right? And there's open E at the top. Okay, so again, the rhythm, down, up, slap, down, 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 up, slap, down. Got a feeling you're breathing slow. Oh, I'm breathing just where this is. Trying to find an island in the dark. Oh, turn the lights on. Oh. Now the second rhythm, which is more flowy, you want to make sure that you're constantly strumming with this hand. Okay, but there's a slap in there. So down, up, slap up, down, up, down, up, down, up, slap up, down, up, down, up, down, up, slap up, down, up, down, up, slap up, down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you hear how the slap is always on beat 3, right? So, and it's always after down, up, slap. Okay. Now it's quite hard to change quickly. So you can basically slap, and then as you come up after the slap, that's when you can change chord on that up stroke. So you're ready for the down. So down, up, slap, change as you come up, down, right? You hear that? Slap, down, up. Same there, down, up, slap, change for the down. And then we have verse 2, which is the same as verse 1. Now I know the original is just Max singing verse 2, kind of like I did in the intro, if I didn't cut that out. But the remix, if you like, with the rap, this is, the rap basically replaces verse 2. But don't let that phase you, it's the same thing. Same as verse 1. Now I like to add this little lick in there. So let me show you that quickly, because that's cool. So first chord's the same. Second chord. So I just have this, and then I slide to the last chord. So your first finger is on the 8th fret to begin with, on the B string. And you basically pick and then hammer on, pull off your middle finger. So you only pick once, and you hammer it down and then pull it off. And then third finger goes to the 10th fret on the G string. So you can slide that down. So let me show you everything together again. You hear that? So you can do that if you want to. That's pretty cool. Now everything's the same, okay? The pre-chorus. Now if you want to, for that pre-chorus, you can go. You can strum it, kind of like the chorus. So down, up, slap, down, 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 up, slap, down, 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 up, slap, down, 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 up, slap, down. Okay, and then we have another chorus. Oh, turn the lights down. Now you notice I'm singing this an octave lower, so if you can't sing as high as Max, you can sing this lower, and it still sounds nice, you know. if you're a guy. If you're a girl, you can probably sing as high as him, because girls tend to have a higher register, right? So the kind of after the second chorus, he has that really high falsetto part, so you can just keep going around. It's the same thing. Okay, it just keeps going around the same thing. However, when we get to the bridge, so the chord, we have G, A, to B minor, and then A, G, A, and then we hold B minor. And the rhythm's simple, we just go down, 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 down. It's more like a rock rhythm, really simple. It's like a headbanger one. So just down, 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 down. Okay, so I will give you everything. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure you have that A in there. So from the B minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then the second time we don't do that. Turn the lights down low. Then we have this quiet chorus. So I just strum each chord once for this. Oh, baby, so for the quiet chorus, just strum each thing once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And then he does his crazy run. And when he does that amazing run that he does, that's when you come back in with the full. And so on. Okay. So I hope this lesson was helpful for you guys. There's kind of two parts to learn, isn't there? We have the verse part and we have those chorus chords. So this song is fairly straightforward, and we don't have that many parts to learn, and it's quite a nice tempo. It's not too quick, so when you're trying to change chords and stuff, it's not too bad, right? So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson, guys.